medicine 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are the 5 medicine which my mother is taking daily basis because she has lot of health problems like diabetes, blood pressure, and some of the painkillers also she is taking because of no sometimes body pain is there. Now talking about all these medicines, some are generic and some are non-generic. And whenever I go to a pharmaceutical shop, I always used to think, no, these pharmaceutical companies must be earning a lot because lot many people are buying all these pharmaceutical products and of course medicine. So today I am going to talk about this sector in detail. Also I am going to talk about in this sector which are the stocks you can buy. I am going to give you a two good quality large cap pharmaceutical company which has a good potential to go up from here, much more safer stock to invest. So stay till the end guys. We'll talk in detail about prospects of each and every both of the stock, and also I'm talking about pharmaceutical sector as well. So friends, welcome everyone. My name is Tapandoshi. I welcome to my YouTube channel. Please click the below link and subscribe to my channel if you're still not subscribed to it, because I'm giving recommendation and also analysis of lot many stocks and sector on my daily videos. Okay, so welcome everyone guys. Let us start with the pharmaceutical company. So talking about pharmaceutical sector in detail, first we'll talk about the outlook. Talking about the outlook guys, pharmaceutical sector over the years has performed very well, and currently it is the ranking that India is ranking 3rd worldwide by volume and 10th by value. So if you talk about the volume, Indian pharmaceutical companies are delivering the great result, and also they are producing a lot, and you can see we are the 3rd largest worldwide. And see, one of the main thing is now we can provide cheap labor, and also the science has gone in India. No, there is lot of scientific research and everything R&D happening at a pharmaceutical level, and that's why we are like a bulk producer. You know, the vaccine also, the way we have produced the during the COVID time was one of the example, no, preliminary example which shows the strength of Indian economy and the strength of, you can say, that Indian pharmaceutical sector to cover the global demand also. So yes, we are currently the 3rd worldwide in volume and 10th by value. Again, we are occupying 20% of volume share in generic and 62% in vaccine. That's a big share guys. World over, we are 20% volume share in generic medicine. You know, generic medicine are quite cheaper, and currently lot of people are buying generic medicine because normally a branded medicine are quite costlier, and that is where this generic medicine plays a big role. So yes, we are currently having 20% volume share in generics. Again, currently we are valued as India's valued pharmaceutical valued as USD $41 billion. So that is a big sector. And overall, if you see, we have exporting our pharmaceutical medicine, no, to across the world. And talking about export also, I'm going to talk in detail. But yes, it is one of a pioneer in pharmaceutical sector worldwide, and that's why India is playing a big role, and of course in future also it is going to play a big role. Again, it is expected to grow almost USD 65 billion by 2024. So from 41 billion guys, we are going to go in next year only almost 65 billion by 2024. So that's a huge jump. That shows the power of pharmaceutical companies in India. Again, let us talk about cost of production. The cost of production in India is 33% lower than US. That shows that how cheap we are in producing the medicine and everything. That is our one of our biggest plus point. And you always have to think what are the plus points. One of the plus point is yes, cheap labor, and that is why many of the production units are established in India only, because we are having a that cheap level. Of course, population is playing a big role here. Again, domestic market share is around USD 13 billion, and anti-incentive out of that is 13.6%, cardiac is 12.4%, and gastrointestinal is almost 11.5%. So it shows that what is the breakup. Of course, cardiac and anti-infective is having the biggest share, and currently our share almost domestic market is 13 billion, but we are, as I told you, we are exporting a lot, so that is a plus point. So going here, talking about all these points, so India is having a great future if you talk about pharmaceutical sector in detail. So yes, we always have to look, because over the years of the pharmaceutical sector has given us a great return over that time. So talking about the positive guys, first of all, if we talk about Michael Porter's 5 force analysis, first of all, demand is very high. Okay, again, barrier entry is quite high. See, across the world after COVID also, no, there is quite an, you can say, a big trend in taking healthcare services, and also people are very much conscious about health and everything. So demand is very high. Against the barrier of entries are very high also, because lot of patents you have to take and everything, because unless you don't have a patent, anyone can easily no produce your medicine, all that. Also bargain power of supplier is quite low. ठीक है, तो supplier, whoever is bargain power, that it is a low. So yes, that is one of the negative point where the supply is having a low. Again, bargain power of buyer is also low, because sometimes what happens, if you have a patent, the company may charge you more, because unless they have a monopoly in that medicine, so they may charge more. So these are the positive, negative. And also you can talk about, no, this is a micro protest 5 force analysis we talk about. We have to consider this point. Plus, what are the prospects of Indian pharmaceutical companies? The top 10 countries in terms of medicine spending. Okay, so India, of course, it is spending a lot, but USA, Japan, they are spending a lot. So we are catering to all and export to all these countries, which is the biggest positive. Again, it is projected to growth almost 9 to 12% over next 5 years. So yes, the growth is also good. 9 to 12% is a decent growth rate over next 5 years. We are going to grow. Again, substantial share in the prescription market in the US and Europe. So that shows that yes, our share across the Europe and US is going up. That's a big positive, because there they buy only prescribed medicines, and that is where no we can deliver that type of medicine, we can gain our share. Again, FDA approved plant outside the US in India is also getting approved, and many of the pharmaceutical company are actually deploying various plants, FDA approved plants across world outside India. So these are some of the prospects. Now let us talk about some of the good quality stocks which I recommend you guys to invest. So let us go into deep about that. So first of all, the stock, a large cap pharmaceutical stock which I want to talk about is nothing but the Cipla. Now why Cipla? Let us go into deep. So talking about Cipla, there are more than 1500 products across various therapeutical categories. That is what there in Cipla. Another is presence over 80 countries. Now you can see the way the Cipla has actually has a bigger, you can say, no, range in the medicine. Also they are giving it to, exporting it to various geographical countries also. So yes, presence is over more than 80 countries. Again, strong product launch pipeline for the US and India. Based on the demand, they are always coming with a lot many product launches. And Cipla is one of the company which is like an MNC only, which is working very well. And they have a strong management, very good management. And they're working on the product launch pipeline in US and India both. Again, going share in respiratory, cardiac and diabetes, etc. These are some of the area where they are expert in it. Now let us talk about Cipla in detail. So talking about Cipla, you can say it's a large cap company. It's more than 1 lakh rupees capitalization. Again, 52-week high is 1278, 52-week is 852. Also, if you talk about shareholding pattern, the shareholding pattern you can see here, the promoter is almost the same, that is around 33%. FII is around 28%. So there is not a big change in the shareholding pattern. So now let us talk about various charts. Talking about various charts, you can see here the revenue. The revenue is slowly and gradually going up. So that is a positive sign. You can see here the orange bar is going up. And another point you have to keep in mind is the AVR and complex launches which has happened in USA, that is also slowly and gradually you can see it is going up. So that is a very positive point for Cipla. Now let us talk about CAGR growth which may is expected in next 2 years. So talking about growth, guys, growth is going on the right direction, that is an upward trend. Even if you talk about currently, there is a little bit dip in the growth from 4.5, but it is expected to go to 12.4 and 12.2%. Also talking about gross margin, guys, gross margin you can also see here. The gross margin is slowly gradually going up. So earlier it was around 2022, it was around 61%, which is going up to 64%. Now that is a big jump in the gross margin, okay, percentage. And also you can see the gross profit is also going up. So that is one of the biggest positive point for Cipla overall. Various ratios. So talking about ratio, guys, ratios are very important to understand, because this is the ratios through which you will able to understand how this current status of the company's current structure of the company's current financial situation of the companies compared to the competitors. So what are the main ratios when we talk about pharmaceutical company? First of all is the P ratio, second is price to sales ratio, then it comes to basically ROE ratio and gross profit margin ratio. These are the four ratio you always keep in mind whenever you are analyzing a pharmaceutical company. So if you talk about Cipla currently the P ratio is around 29.5. However, the industry P is around 29.6. So which is okay. It is not crossing the average of the pharmaceutical company. Again, if you talk about compared to others also, yes, it is little bit higher compared to Doctor it is ideas, but performance is also quite good. If you talk about ROE is almost 12.84%. Okay. However, it is little bit lower than 15%, but compared to other companies, it is okay. Yes, Sunpharma is having much better 60.55, but it is okay comparatively in future. Slowly and gradually, Cipla ROE is going to increase the way they are performing. Again, gross profit margin is 64%, so that is also a good point here. That profit margin is on a higher side. That is gross profit margin. CMP to sales is around 4 times. So Cipla is having a little bit of premium, little bit, not more, but because of this future prospects, the future prospects of Cipla is much better compared to other pharmaceutical company. That's why it is getting a premium. So now talking about this only, the main primary reason you may think why we should buy Cipla. So why Cipla? Cipla is first of all the balance sheet is going to be strengthened a lot in future. So that is a big positive. Also, another point is robust performance and margin guidance raise. So Cipla is having a very good performance in last 1 year, and slowly and gradually the upcoming next 1 or 2 years is also looking very good. That is why the performance very good, and also management is quite upbeat about the guidance and everything. So margin guidance is also going to be raised. Plus branded business performance is quite well and has added around 200 to 250 representatives in quarter 1 24. You can see here the way they are adding up in the portfolio, that's a big thing. So slowly and gradually more and more products are coming in the portfolio, and of course you know that once you have more products in the portfolio, your sales is going to up. So yes, 200 to 250 more representatives are coming here. Another point is that yes, strong product launch pipeline for US and India. So that shows that yes, performance will be very good over the time, because the product is going, lot many products are going to come into market from the Cipla side. So yes, that is a big positive. Plus again, as I told you, it is available at an attractive valuation, and again the Cipla over the time I think will do very well because it is having a strong management and also very good product pipeline in place. So this is why one of the reason why I prefer Cipla in large cap stock. Now let me talk about another stock which also I prefer on the large cap criteria, is nothing but the Sunpharma. Sunpharma I do prefer because from last 1.5, that stock has performed very well, and the product launches and lot many things have improved a lot. So talking about Sunpharma, why I prefer that? First of all, it ranks number 1 in India and holds around 8.3 market share. You see, you remember Dilip Sanghvi, who is the promoter of Sunpharma. On one point, he was one of the richest person in India on many years back. But yes, the way the Sun Farm has grown over the year, that shows that yes, this company is doing quite well. And of course, they're having a market share. Plus R&D expense as a percent of sales is around 7 to 8%. They are focusing a lot on R&D, and they are going to increase R&D more and more because they know unless you don't have a good R&D, you are not going to sustain in this market. So yes, slowly and gradually they are working on increasing the share also and the R&D also. Plus they launch new products in quarter 1 financial year 24. So more and more products, branded products, and also some are the generic products also. They are good in generic also. So that also coming into picture. So yes, that is also there. Again, launch its specialty products Sequa in India with a good response. So Sequa once launched, no, after that you can see there is a very very good response for Sequa. So yes, this is one of their trump card, and slowly and gradually if the demand of Sequa goes up, of course the profitability of Sun Pharma is going to go up. Also Sun Pharma will talk in detail about that basically market capitalization and all other details. So talking about market cap, it is around 2,70,000. Of course, it is a large cap. Again, promoter is almost 45%, FII is 16.5%, and DI is 19.8%. Also, Sunpharma various charts. Let us talk about. So talking about P ratio, guys. P ratio, if you can see here, the P ratio is around 27.9. Okay, which is below the average of around 30.4%. So that is good. So it is not highly valued currently. So P ratio is in control. Again, EV by EBITDA, if you talk about EV by EBITDA is around 18. Okay. However, the average EV by EBITDA is 19. So that shows that yes, overall EV by enterprise value by EBITDA is also in control. So that is a positive point for Sun Pharma. Also talking about other charts. So revenue, if you can see, it's rose by almost 11%. Slowly and gradually, that sales is also going up. So that is one of the positive point you have to think about it. And also US sales. US sale, you can see here, it is on the upward trend. Okay, it is around 12%, which was around 11 and 6%. And sales is also going up. Now, let us understand various other ratios. So talking about various important ratios, as I told you, some of the ratios which you always have to keep in mind. So first ratio is nothing but P. So P, of course, as Sun Pharma is doing well, currently it is having a higher P compared to the industry P. You can see around 31 compared to 29 of industry P. Current CMP per sales 6. Yes, it is deriving a premium compared to all other stocks. You can see it is around 4, 3 and all that. ROE, but it's having a much better than even Cipla also. You can see a 16.55%. Yes, other than Dr. Reddy, everyone has less P ratio compared to that. Then also, I don't prefer Dr. Reddy honestly compared to Sun Pharma and Cipla. I prefer Sun Pharma, Cipla much better position compared to Dr. Reddy. Again, if you see, this is the best point, guys. This is nothing but a gross profit margin. So last quarter it was around 77%, which is much higher than any other companies in pharmaceutical companies. So that is a big positive, because see, if your gross profit margin is higher, then your net profitability will be very good, and that is one of the positive point you have to think about the Sun Pharma. So these are the important ratios which we wanted to talk about. Another point I wanted to talk about, why you should buy Sun Pharma. So talking about Sun Pharma, first of all, as I told you, the gross margin is improved in the fixed consecutive quarters. So that is a big positive. Slowly and gradually, the gross profit margin is going up. Again, there is a robust innovative products available. Okay, lot many innovative products are coming into picture, and there is a innovation is there, lot of innovation there at a pharmaceutical level, and of course at the Sun Pharma, as I told you, they are spending almost 7.4% in R&D. So that is a big positive. Plus, there is a strong growth in US and emerging market for Sun Pharma, and they are exporting a lot. Again, attractive valuation, because I think the valuation, even though it is premium compared to other peers, but then also there is long way to go for Sun Pharma, because if pharmaceutical is a sector now where when the demands come, no, you can make a big money, and that is why I think Sun Pharma now, of course, it has gone up a lot, but then also at every dip I recommend you to buy. Again, superior execution in branded generic markets compared to any other pharmaceutical company. So that is a big positive for Sun Pharma. So guys, this is what I want to recommend. I want to recommend two stocks, that is in large cap pharmaceutical company. One is Cipla and one is Sun Pharma. Both the stock are ready to buy. At every dip you can buy, because if you really want to play and you want to play safe in pharmaceutical companies, I think these are the two companies which you can look at it for the long term, and yes, good returns will be available in future. So hope you like the analysis and everything. So just type in the chat box whether you have any pharmaceutical stock or not. If yes, then just type it down, and of course we are doing lot of analysis like this of various sector. Of course, if you want any specific stock to be researched, just let us know, I'll do that. So thank you very much for listening the complete video and going through it, and I'll see you soon in the next video. See you.